Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. What's going on, faithful? It's your boy Mike from the Nothing But Niners crew. We are here with some pretty bad breaking news. We have to go through the formalities, though, so you guys, we're going to get this out of the way. It's going to be a quick hitter, but make sure you guys check out the website. It is www.nothingbutniners.com. That is your one-stop shop for any and everything 49ers from us here at Nothing But Niners. Again, www.nothingbutniners.com. If it's your first time here on the YouTube show, this is why we tell you guys, got to turn on your notifications. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on those notifications so you know exactly when we're going live to bring you guys breaking news videos such as this one, all right? So we appreciate the love and support, but make sure you guys do yourselves a favor. Turn on those notifications. Hit us up on our other social media platforms, Twitter and Snapchat. That is Nothing But 9ERS. So you guys make sure you give us a follow over there. And then last but certainly not least is our Facebook and our Instagram pages, all right? Those are Nothing But Niners, spelled all the way out. I'm not going to go through the rigmarole of giving out the email and all that other stuff, but we got to get down to business. My man Nick is over here. Nick, what's going on, big fella? Not some good news today, man.
What up, what up, what up? No, definitely not some good news, man. This is a big blow to this defense. We talked about it last night. Well, I spoke on it on how, you've seen a difference in this defense when he was off the field last night, and that's something that we're going to have to look forward to for the rest of the year. But, once we get into talking all this, but this team has faced a lot of adversity that we really haven't really taken notice to. I mean, we've been down a fullback, 2 starting tackles, receivers in and out. So we've faced a lot of adversity. So I truly believe this team believes in each other. Now, talent-wise, you're not going to match what Kwon Alexander brings to the table. He was a second leading tackler on the team, obviously, for reasons. But I know you hate to hear it, man, that the whole next man up mentality, but this is where teams win, man. They overcome adversity, they overcome injuries, and they continue to win. And right now, the adversities that we've gone over and come into, we're still 8-0.
Exactly.
So, we'll talk about it, but
yeah. So Nick has already alluded to it, guys. We're going to bring in 2 other people here, and I'm going to continue to break this down for you guys. But the 49ers have lost linebacker Kwon Alexander for the remainder of the season. He hasn't officially been put on IR, but he will be soon. It's a transaction that they have to make. He has a torn pec. We saw it last night. We feared for the worst. Some of us kind of felt that was the case as soon as he was seen, on the sideline without his helmet, and how quickly they ruled him out. Some people were also trying to be optimistic about it. There was a lot of mixed emotions about it, but he is out for the remainder of the season. I put his stats in the description of this episode. This guy has been a machine, man. He's been all over the place. He's got a forced fumble. He's got an interception. He's got 22 assisted tackles or something like that, or 22 solo and 12 assisted maybe. He's been all over. He's been a lightning rod for this defense, man. I want to get my man Breezy over there, man. Your thoughts on this, man? We're not going to do a full breakdown here, but Kwon Alexander, he brought a lot to this defense. What do you think? How does this affect us going forward? Like I said, we'll do a breakdown show later on this evening, but right now, talk about what you expected last night, and is this news different than what you hoped for? Breezy, can you hear me? Uh-oh, I think he froze. Tony, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, what are your thoughts on everything, man? Let me know how you think the 49ers, this is a move that we're going to have a lot of backlash from, not backlash, but a lot of people are going to be really worried and negative. What do you think happens next as far as this injury? How long is he going to be out? Do we have any idea on all that? What's the torn pec recovery rate? And what do we do in the meantime?
Well, for the time, he's out for the year. So, I mean, he's probably going to be placed on IR. They're probably going to bring up Elijah Lee to the active roster. It's a major blow.
You got your finger on the camera, bro. There you go.
He's a leader on the field. He's an emotional leader. He's an actual leading. He's the spark of that defense. And Fred Warner's play elevated, and they fed off each other. But listen, it's next man up. Everybody was freaking out when we lost Staley. Then we lost McGlinchey. And then we're looking at 2 tackles, Justin School, a 6th-round pick, and Brunskill came from the AAF. So you know what? Dre Greenlaw was selected by this team, handpicked by this administration to add depth to this linebacking core. He was a coverage linebacker at Arkansas, speed guy, undersized, yes, similar type built as height weight ratio as Kwon. I'm looking to see what he could do, man. I know Kwon's going to be helping him in the film room, on the sidelines during games if he's there. Listen, it's next man up. You got to keep it rolling, and the defense, the front four is going to have to go up another notch to help
man. I got to get your thoughts on this, man. I know you were talking about, the same thing, next man up and all, and you think we're going to be all right. But what are your thoughts on this? How does it all play out for us?
I think I don't know, man. I think we're kind of counting out Mark Njoku too. We're all jumping to Dre Greenlaw, and we're all jumping to Elijah Lee, and we're all jumping to the heck's the other guy? Yeah, Aziz. But Mark Njoku has been on this team for like 2 or 3 years. Like, I mean, I don't know why we're like. And Mark came in and played a couple snaps this year and played really, really well for those snaps. So, I mean, look, obviously it's a huge blow, right? You can't replace the talent that you got, the speed with the coverage and things like that. But like Tony was saying, Dre Greenlaw is decent in coverage. His thing was recognizing runs and pass play, where in the preseason where we watched him stutter a little bit. But it's also getting your feet wet and stepping up. Do I think that any of these guys are more than capable of – this is kind of like going back to the Brock Coyle thing. Like, do I think it's going to kill us and make us lose games? No. Do I think it's a huge blow for the team? Yes. But do I think it's going to put us to a panic mode? I just think this team has too much juju, I guess you could say, to overcome this adversity. It's a huge blow, though. Don't let people think I'm sugarcoating it, because it's a huge blow. But can the team overcome this? I believe they can. I truly do.
Yep. I agree.
You're on mic. You're on mute, Mike.
Elijah Lee is currently on the practice squad, right? So we would have to elevate him, bring him up. Breezy, we got you back. You good?
Yeah, man, I hope so, man. I'm sorry I'm mobile today, man. I just wanted to jump in and talk. I'm definitely it's sad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I said to you, I definitely, like, I'm one of his biggest fans, man. I knew once we got him, he was going to bring that intensity. And you saw from the first game the heart that this man played with, man. He's the heart of the defense. He brought the pulse, the thump, anything that the organ, the heart does, he was bringing it. And you saw how it was when he came out of the game, when he got ejected from game 1. Losing Kwon will be a blow, no doubt. Replacing Kwon, we can't replace him because he's Kwon Alexander, but we definitely gonna have to go. We got people that can play. We got guys on the team that could play. And again, this is one of those times where we just gonna have to pick our brothers up and be like, hey man, Kwon's gonna have to be a teacher now. He's gonna have to switch his role. He's gonna, like, if he's healthy and able to be there on the field, then he could be down on the field. Time to school the youngins, man. We drafted Greenlaw for a reason. We got reserves for a reason. Mark the coach, the Chocha, whatever you said his name was, number 53. Yeah, he's been a linebacker for this team for a minute. And who we, the one thing I will say that the 49ers do well, man, boy, they lost so much in the past 3 seasons. They know what adversity is. I don't think they were adversity. And I don't think any other team in the NFL can come at the 49ers and from what they faced over the past seasons due to having bad teams, injuries, things like that. Injuries are going to happen in the game of football. It's a contact sport. But this team is just faced with another piece of adversity. Luckily, on a good note, we get some guys back coming off of injury. So, not trying to sugarcoat the injury, Kwon. I wish you well, man. Get well soon. Heal up, man, and come back, 100% when you feel, when you're ready. But this team's 8-0, and they got a lot to play for, man. They're gonna have to go out there and become 9-0, 10-0, 11-0, 12-0. 13, 14, 15, 16. They got to go out there with that same mentality, man. I know we saw the shift in the game when he went out. I know we saw stuff happening on the side and Kyler Murray taking off on runs on this and that to the side of the field. I get it. It was hard to make an adjustment that quick. I think with the week's preparation and a few extra days, I think adjustments are made. I think we got, I believe, bump the think part. I know we got pieces on this team. That's why they on this team. Kyle wouldn't have these pieces on this team if he didn't think stuff. You always got to plan A, B, C, and D, baby. So I'm sorry, but I hope we get him back. Man.
Now, someone asked in here earlier if he can return in the postseason. This is, if you guys give me a quick yes or no, Nick, you probably have a better idea than I do. Is this something that you get surgery for, or do you just let this heal on its own over the 6 months?
No, he's actually going to be getting surgery today. But like Matt was saying, I don't know if it's the main or the small. You don't know really what it is. But normally this is like at least a minimum of 6 month like recovery time. Yeah. So, that's 6 months right there. That's not counting rehab and things like that. So he's definitely done for the season. I mean, there's no way he's coming back playoffs, postseason, anything. He'll be ready for training camp next year. But, you've seen whatchamacallit went through this. Malcolm Smith, he was out an entire year. After. He went through the same thing with a torn pectoral muscle.
Yeah. I know people who have healed from this naturally. And like I said, they weren't back to their full routine, but they were healed in about 6 months. That was without surgery. So I was wondering if surgery speeds up the process at all. Obviously not enough to the point where he's going to be back this season. I know that. And you're absolutely right. You made a good point with the Malcolm Smith thing there. I didn't think about that. But Tony, what do you think? Does surgery help this healing process? Why surgery on something that can heal naturally like that?
Because he's got to. If you're not an athlete that doesn't lift weights and plays a contact sport like this, you might be able to just heal naturally. But in this situation, they have to re-anchor the muscle ligament to the shoulder and restabilize it. And then he's going to have to rebuild his strength, from the ground up again. So he has to get surgery. It's a given. So, you're talking 6 months plus rehab plus, getting back up to par. I don't know. He should be ready by camp. So
I'm going to be really interested to see how he returns. This is going to affect his exercise and workout regime a lot. We've seen Nick, with his injury and everything, and you could see how people's bodies just completely change over an injury. These guys eat and work out constantly to maintain the size. You could look at Navarro Bowman. Look at Bowman as soon as he stopped playing football. He just shrunk. He shrunk so much. So I'll be really interested to see how this affects Kwon Alexander. Again, the lightning rod to the defense. If you guys are just tuning in, we're going to wrap this thing up, and we'll bring you guys another show probably later this evening. And we can talk about this more and do a game breakdown and things like that. But Kwon Alexander is going to be placed on IR. It hasn't officially happened yet, but he has a torn pectoral. So he's going to be done for the season. And the 49ers have some moves to make. They have some people to maybe possibly bring up from the practice squad, or maybe they answer it in-house and they don't even address the linebacker issue. So we'll see what happens. We'll try to break this down more as it goes on. Anybody else have any other words before we wrap this one up? No?
Get well soon, brother. Get well soon.
Yes, sir. Nick, man, take us home, brother. Let's get up out of here.
On to Seattle, man. On to Seattle. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter, Snapchat, nothing but 9ERS. If you're here on Facebook, make sure you allow StreamYard to have your access to your account so that we can see who you are commenting when you're in the comment section. So I try to pull up the Facebook chat just so I know that who it is commenting, so we can try to shout you guys out. But give us a follow there on Facebook and Instagram. Nothing But Niners, all the way spelled out. Visit our website, nothingbutniners.com, and you can check out all of our social media avenues there as well in case you missed it. And that's pretty much all I got. Heal up quickly, Kwon, and look, man, next man up mentality, overcome adversity, and just continue to play football.
You guys know the drill, man. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
A lot of it, but always remain faithful.
We out of here. Peace.